They said the sea and land were never meant to meet. They were wrong. In the kingdom beneath the surface, Lyra, the youngest daughter of the Sea Queen, had always swum closer to the forbidden edge, the crashing shallows where the waves kissed the air. While her sisters trained in diplomacy and sorcery, Lyra listened to shipwrecks groan and watched human sails dance like ghosts on the surface. She wasn't supposed to be curious. She wasn't supposed to rescue him. But she did. When Prince Elian of Selim fell overboard during a storm at sea, Lyra found him sinking, barely alive. He was heavy in her arms, strange in his structure, breathless and wounded. But in the quiet of the tide, beneath moonlight, she held him above water until his men found him. He never saw her face, only her voice. Only her song. And that should have been the end. But Elian couldn't forget the voice that saved him. He hunted it in dreams. He followed it across coasts. And Lyra, against every warning, returned to the surface again and again. Then came the whispers of war. The humans were arming ships. The merfolk were weaving storm curses. A truce that had lasted a century was dissolving, faster than any tide. Lyra made her choice. She would walk among them. At a great cost. She traded her tail for legs, not with a sea witch, but through an ancient rite, one that bound her soul to the moon's tide, forcing her to endure excruciating pain every dusk and dawn. She would bleed where she walked. Her voice would fade. But she would see him. Prince Elian, now a man torn between duty and mystery, met a girl with strange grace, salt-kissed skin, and eyes that mirrored the sea. He didn't know who she was. But he loved her. Until the sea called her back. When the fleet sailed, armed to strike beneath the waves, Lyra stood at the edge of decision. Reveal herself, and be seen as a traitor by both kingdoms. Stay silent, and watch war devour what love had barely begun. But love, she realized, was never meant to be easy. Not between land and sea. Not when the depths between them were more than just water. In the end, she sang, for the last time. Her voice stopped the storm that would have drowned the fleet. Her body disappeared into the sea. And Elian stood alone, holding a silver scale and a heart he would never get back. They say the prince still sails to the horizon. They say the sea sings when he cries. And somewhere in the depths, she listens.